Hi. Hi, friends. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Clarissa Explains It All.
There's actually a funny meme I saw the other day where it actually said, Clarissa definitely did not explain all this.
No, she did not. Absolutely not. And I want to thank everybody for joining. Wow, everybody's popping on fast. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody. Hi, Jeff, for joining us. And I'd also like to thank you for accepting me for the train wreck looking human being that I am at 7 o'clock p.m. on a Wednesday.
Nobody said they accepted you.
Oh my goodness. Hi, loyalty over fakes. We miss you. I hope all is well, Sean. I hope all is well. Hello, friends and Daddy. Daddy Randy's here.
What's up, guys?
So tonight we have a hot topic, if you will. And, I don't know if you guys knew this, but this past couple of weeks and next week, I've been covering the front desk a lot. I've been working at the front desk a lot. And, what's good about that is I'm really able to hear the concerns that clients have of things that they're dealing with in their everyday lives, that I don't really get to talk to them about. We're with the competitors all the time, right? But to be honest with you, the athletes and our general lifestyle nutrition clients both face the same difficulties.
It's true.
And the same bullshit in their lives and the same wonderful things in their lives. And we're going to kind of go into all of that. Always pass out in laughter when I see Randy in the t-shirt. I love it. So I really got some insight into things that people were dealing with. I got some insight into one of our athletes who's struggling with some mega bullshit in her external, not internal,
it's me,
external. And it's just really unfortunate. And
I actually bully each one of my clients specifically.
You're such a bully.
To prepare them for life.
You're such a bully. And you've got an eyelash. Make a wish. Gross. I love that shirt. I should have worn my mother of chinchillas one to match you. What was I thinking? We have matching shirts because we're really
cool like that.
Cool like that, yeah. So before I go into this, just a few really quick announcements. We actually just locked down a Revolutionized Nutrition seminar with CrossFit Freehold that we're super excited about. That's Saturday, October 2nd at 9:30. We love our CrossFit Freehold crew.
The Apollon All-Star Seminar is coming.
Apollon All-Star Seminar. I will be on the panel along with amazing...
It's going to be cool.
Amazing professional athletes in bodybuilding, powerlifting, MMA.
Branch Warren, Johnny Jackson, Dennis Wolf.
Yep. Then we got
Guy Sistorino.
Then we got
Corey
UFC, Corey Anderson.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's open. It's free to all. It's super exciting. Michelle is rocking the ring light reflection.
Oh, yeah, the goggles.
You see it? Yeah. So we're excited about that. I'll be on the panel. Super stoked. That's October 23rd at 12 p.m. at Apollon Gym in Edison.
I'll just be sitting in the crowd if you guys want to come hang.
You will be. Yes,
yeah,
he'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll be there. Eat Clean Bro and Revolutionize has joined forces to have this 8-week challenge coming up. Now, it's not an 8-week challenge that anybody can just jump in on and get a bunch of free stuff. You need to send a submission into Eat Clean Bro. It's social@eatcleanbro.com, and they are vetting the candidates for this challenge to see who's up to the challenge of, first of all, the physical transformation, but the post that it's going to involve. It's really going to be an in-depth challenge.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of that, you got to reach out to Eat Clean Bro.
And Michelle is the adult in the room. She's the adult in the room. That's who she is.
I'm the adult in the room?
Yeah.
Like right now?
In general.
It's God!
It's not
you mean I'm stuck in my 13-year-old mentality. I don't think I've really grown much.
I mean, we've seen what happens when I get left in charge.
Terrible things. So I guess I am the adult in the room. Yeah. God, that is dangerous. Okay. So I also want to... You don't want that right in the camera?
Not right in front of me.
I also want to acknowledge it's back to school time.
It is.
Huge transitional time for everybody, for teachers, for parents, for faculty.
Yeah, especially, hypothetically, the first time on a somewhat normal schedule in 2 years with COVID. So hopefully that stays normal.
Yes. So I think that was the other common theme. I think while I was scanning people in the front today, like 5 women in a row were all teachers, and it was the same thing. Like, they all killed it. They're killing their scans. But they were like, woo, a little bit of a doozy this week. How did I know that was Dave Ellis, just based off the moon emojis from a distance? All right, good. I'm glad that you emailed them, Liz. Liza, sorry, I couldn't see it. I can't see shit right now. Is there a cost? I have a few clients asking. Contact them. There's no cost. You have to submit your current picture, why you deserve to be chosen for this challenge, and they're going to vet all the candidates and see who's deserving of the free meals, the free nutrition from Revolutionized Nutrition, who's going to be willing to post a log every single day of their challenge. Go onto our Revolutionized USA Instagram, which you're all on right now, on our wall. If you scroll through the slides, you can see what's expected of you and what they're vetting for in the candidates. And yeah, it's going to be like a super in-depth challenge. It's going to be freaking awesome. Okay, so we want to go into the internal and external expectations during your fitness journey. Whether you are a lifestyle nutrition client, whether you are an athlete, a lot goes on that you may not expect to go on when you start this journey. And some of it is internal and a lot of it is external. Some of it is wonderful and some of it is toxic as fuck.
Yeah, and a lot of this doesn't really have to do in terms, we're not really going to be talking about, oh man, today I'm hungry, today I couldn't follow. It's more things that happen in this journey that'll keep you on track and motivate you, and things that may derail you.
Yeah, and it's our job
Emotionally.
to make sure you don't get derailed, because we dealt with an unfortunate amount of that this week, because people have shitty people in their lives, but they also have wonderful people in their lives. So let's go back and forth between the positives and the negatives. So like I said, this was inspired by true events. And these are things that people have encountered during their transformations. So the first one is, what'd you say?
Wolves.
Wildebeests. Bears. I can't with you, Dave. This is where Michelle tells us to learn to be patient, hard to do, and I'm not reading that out loud. Oh, for those of us who are new, I'm Michelle.
Randy.
We are the owners of Revolutionized Nutrition. Thank you for joining us this evening. Our audience can get a little bit rowdy, so feel free to sit back and laugh at their comments. Try not to take offense to their comments or join in on the shenanigans. If you are watching this tomorrow or in the upcoming days and this is not live, be patient as we address comments. Also, why you should join in live so you can see the craziness. So, first thing that's going to happen when you are going through a huge transformation, and if this is something that you've dealt with, and I know people in the comments, people that are watching this have dealt with this, because I know for a fact, is when you go through a big transformation, sometimes you still mentally are living in your old body. And this kind of ties into that body dysmorphia. So say you lost 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 200 pounds. When you look in the mirror, you kind of still see your old self. So this is where it's important to kind of see how you look based off of pictures, or the fact that you did drop 1, 2, 10 pant sizes. You dropped 2 t-shirt sizes.
Or maybe a time to listen to people whose opinion you trust and who are not, if someone important in your life says, hey, you do look good, listen to me, things have changed. Yeah. Maybe listen.
And it's hard. It's hard when you're in that exact scenario and you hear us and you're like, oh yeah, Michelle and Randy say it's easy to do.
I lie constantly. So listen to me.
And it's hard. Hey, Kels, it is very, very hard. And that's where you sometimes have to roll back onto the facts and say, okay, I am down 5 pant sizes. Or when I see myself in this photo compared to this photo from 5 years ago, I do look like a different person. Sometimes that's hard to see live in the moment.
And especially as well, if you're someone who, had a massive weight drop and now we're down to fine tuning, it can feel frustrating when you're not losing 20 pounds a month, 10 pounds a month, 5 pounds a month, and it's more of 1 or 2 each month or every couple of weeks, and it's that fine tuning. Even though you're doing just as much progress, it may not feel like it.
Mm-hmm. And Ryan says, it took me forever to buy new clothes, and I think it's related to that. Yes, many.
That's a great point. That's a really good point.
Many do not update their clothing, and they're still living in the same clothing, and it's not until that moment that they actually shop for themselves that they're like, oh, I'm no longer that pant size.
Yeah, I just go look for the Salvation Army dumpsters and the stuff that misses it, and he'll throw it in. And I just take those for my clothes for the year, and that's what I wear.
Well, we know what Randy does to get his clothing.
Like, if it makes it in there, it's for charity. It's cool. But if you miss, it's for Randy.
That soggy pair of pants on the floor that was in the rain for 3 days is yours.
I call them road pants.
Road pants. Mama Kels. Oh, wait, just taken. always ask me how I feel in my real clothes. Basketball shorts are, leggings, basketball shorts, sweatpants, baggy hoodies. Those are not clothing items that are going to help you in that situation, right?
When you go put on the suit twice a year for a wedding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, or the tight dress. Oh, my. All right, so that's where you're going to see it. I think I looked great in April, May, and June, but still felt like that quote-unquote fat boy.
Yeah.
And Bill is somebody who did go through a huge transformation, and he can tell you firsthand how that feels. And that's a conversation that him and I did have often.
And this is something where I got to be honest with you, it definitely affects men and women equally.
It does. It does. Yes.
You know, some weeks it feels like more one or the other, but I'd say since I've been around this industry, it's equal.
It's very interesting how
and slightly different ways.
Yeah.
But
at the
end of the day, it's the same insecurity.
Yeah, and Dave says fine tune is the real grind. Fine tuning is much tougher than people think it is. I still fight myself. Liza says I still fight myself because I want to order a double XL, but I'm not that size. Yeah, Liza, you are going through that right now. And I'm very, very proud of you. And I'm very excited for you and what's to come for you. Seriously. But it's hard. You're going to be going through that mental kind of block, right? So that's something that you work on because we know transformation is so much more than physical. Yeah. It is all psychological.
And that's something I always am big on. It's kind of like, you know, we have two mental images of ourselves. We have who we are internally and who we perceive ourselves as externally. Mm-hmm. And when those two aren't exactly matched up, it can be difficult.
Yeah.
Whether it's you're on the inside and you feel, you know, way more secure than maybe you look and you have a great outlook on things. And, you know, no matter how you look, you're just happy and great. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yep. But a lot of us deal with more of the other side of it where we will find the worst things that no one else even notices and turn them into huge problems for ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's kind of like the old thing, match up the inside with the outside mentally or come to terms with it.
Right. Bill says I was the opposite. The more I was in shape, I got more clothes. I got in smaller, tighter sizes. Also, the sleeves fell off my workout shirts.
That's the truth.
And, you know, if you can relate to this, don't be shy. Feel free to share your situation in the comments so other people might be able to learn from your experience. If you want to be anonymous, there is a little question mark bubble at the bottom of the screen. See who it is. Where only we will see the question or the comment that you share with us, and we can share it with the audience anonymously or answer your question anonymously.
Hip-hop anonymous.
Hip-hop anonymous. You give them all the easy ones. All right, so next one. People will always have something to say, whether it is good or bad.
And now this has come to a point where you can prune your circle a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because you'll find some people, no matter what, have something negative to say. You know, maybe you don't need to talk to them as often. And
why are there people like that?
And you may find other people who just, you know, always uplift you. Whether it's, you know, whether even you had a bad week, they'll find something good to say. Or if you did good and you didn't notice it, they'll point it out for you.
Yep. And if you're one of those people that has things that are not nice to say, do your best to hold it back because you never know whose feelings are hurting.
And sometimes you don't have to be the I just tell it how it is person all the time.
There's ways to filter things and there's ways to say things.
But the point is you don't always have to be that person to everybody.
Yes.
You could be that person to someone.
Yes.
But someone else may not like that from you. Mm-hmm. And it's not your decision to say, well, they need it.
Yeah. Circling and pruning is the best thing to do. Snippity snip. I just deleted like 10 people.
Yeah. So, 'cause that's the thing I see a lot that hurts people. You get people, they act like they're helping. They just want to knock down.
Yeah.
We see it in the contest world a lot.
It is so... I'll never understand.
A veteran athlete from not from our team will come up to somebody in the gym and go, "Oh, you're doing that? Okay." Or, you know.
Yeah, it's just
this snarky little
underlying, and it's sometimes not even in the fitness world, sometimes just in every aspect of our life. But
yeah, you don't have to be the tell it like it is person for everybody.
I hate it so much.
Because you also don't know the whole story.
You do not know anybody's full story, and I will tell you that right now.
I would say you can always give someone a unasked for compliment, but not everybody needs unasked for critique.
Yeah, Liza, I try to talk to somebody as I would want to be spoken to, and I have boundaries. I won't allow negativity to just make someone else feel better about themselves.
And you nailed it. You know, and is it always the case? No, but, you know, in our experience, I'm about 95 now, I'm getting old. At 95 years old, but I've seen most of the people who are the shittiest are just massively insecure and going through their own stuff in their own life. And it can be hard to not take them seriously and sit back and go, they're dealing with their own shit. Don't let it get to me.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not in a great spot as well during that time.
Yeah, and you're going to hear comments like, well, why are you doing that? Why do you eat that? You're too skinny. You're too muscular. You're too this. And
or that's not the right way to do this. You can do it X, Y, and
well,
Z.
That's the blinders. Yeah, I have a whole other segment on that also. And and then sometimes they'll make comments thinking you're going to judge how they're eating.
Yeah.
So they feel insecure. So, you try to keep everything as positive you can. Stay around positive people. Somebody's always going to have something to say. Try not to take it personally, although it's very hard to do so, depending especially who it's coming from.
Yeah, Josh, empathy is really important.
Yeah.
So many people have blinders on when it comes to what they, how things are taken or what they're saying. And they only see it from their angle. They don't do the other person's point of view. And it's a skill, don't get me wrong. But if you don't know it, just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, and Bill makes a comment, he says, I think those critiques are helpful. They tell me how I can get better. So it depends who it's coming from.
Yes.
If it's coming from, say, you're a bodybuilder, and it's coming from a judge, that's constructive criticism. That's how they are going to help you become a better athlete. But if somebody's just making dick comments to you, not for you to be better,
they come from just people who...
And then you see people that are trying to have a better lifestyle for themselves. They're trying to make healthier decisions, and other people are trying to drag them back to old habits. Yeah. And that is where it can become pretty crappy when you're trying to better yourself.
We see that a lot, or I've seen that a lot, in the beginner parts of the fitness world, whether it's group X or maybe they're starting with CrossFit, starting here. And instead of just, being happy as someone's starting the process, they destroy them because they're not doing it perfect off the bat. Yeah. It's always better to give them a little boost and then say, hey, maybe look into X, Y, or Z, but this is so great you're getting started. They're just ways to say things.
Yeah.
Or point them in a direction of somebody who was able to help you in the beginning.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be your responsibility.
Mm-hmm. My girlfriend's brother does that to her. He says, yep. No, we see it all the time. So you can't control what other people are going to say, but you can control how you respond and how you think. And if this is something that continuously happens, but this person is important to you, sit down and have a discussion with them and say, when you say this, it makes me feel this. See if they are responsive to it. This is where kind of how we talked about communication last week. Communication is super, super important. Now, people are going to say good things also. That's just nice.
But now, it turns out the only thing I'll say is that, to Bill's point, if you're someone who's, let's say, getting ready to go on stage or run a marathon, and you have someone just blowing smoke up your ass all the time, make sure you have at least one person in your life, whether it's a coach, a trainer, a spouse, who will give you the real story.
Yep.
So there does need to be some, not tough love, but just realistic assessment of the situation.
Exactly. The next one. Even when you achieve your goal, say, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to be, I achieved it, it's still work. It's still hard work and smart work in order to maintain that. Some of us are forever evolving, and we say, okay, we leaned out, we want to gain muscle, we did this, we want to do this. Some are like, this is just where I want to be. You still need to put effort and have good decision-making skills when trying to maintain a certain physique. You don't want to completely restructure your life going through a phase to achieve a certain physique, and only for you to say, I'm just going to go back to my old habits, because going back to old habits is going to give you the physique that you used to have.
Yeah. Now, unless you're just completely aware, this is what it is, I'm doing this one time to test myself, and that's fine.
Right.
You might be like, this year I want to train to do a marathon. Next year I want nothing to do with running, but I want to say I'm going to do it this year.
Right. Right.
Realistic expectation and goal setting can help a ton.
Yes, and we've done seminars on that before, so feel free to browse to realistic expectations and goal settings. It's a great live that we did.
Yeah, because that usually comes down to saying nothing's wrong as long as you're planning for it.
Exactly. Well said.
That's right.
The next one. Motivation doesn't last, and you guys have heard me say this over and over and over again. Your motivational, do not expect to wake up every day and be like, yo, I'm going to kick ass today. That's, if you are that person, then bless you. Oh, that's amazing.
Never be.
But.
Just yawn.
Those are the days where you just say, this is my plan, I need to execute the plan. And that's really it. So don't expect to wake up feeling like you can do it all in one day.
Yeah.
The most successful clients that I know are very aware of that, and they have created systems in place to help them through those days that they don't feel motivated.
And a lot of times that's when you sit and you review your short and long-term goals and you go, what's more important to me today? Is it worth me sliding back on my progress, or, you know what, no, this is important to me, let me go and do it, because maybe tomorrow I will feel up to it and I don't want to beat myself up tomorrow.
So remember your why. Why am I doing this? And not, I want to lose 15 pounds.
But the real why.
Peel it down. Why do you want to lose 15 pounds? Because I want to fit into the stress. Why do you want to fit into the stress? Because I want to be attracted to my husband. Why do you want to feel attracted to your husband? Because I want to have sex. I mean, whatever. Do you like how I broke that down?
Fantastic.
Thank you. So you got to, break it down further and really uncover what is your why. And that itself can help tremendously. The next one is, you may lose friends along the way.
And that's all right.
And that's okay. So you may realize maybe these people don't respect your decisions and don't care to be around you based off this new lifestyle that you have. And yes, it is shitty. It sucks. You wish that they could just be like, yeah, that's awesome. And I support you all the way. But not everybody's like that. Sometimes you're going to have some toxic people in your life. But also on the flip side, you will have people come out of the woodworks. You're going to meet people that you never thought you would have anything in common with, or that you never even met before. And you create these beautiful, lifelong friendships.
And the big thing with that, I think any extreme situation, not extreme, any difficult situation, let's call it, difficult, good, difficult, bad, kind of brings out the truest parts of people. Mm-hmm. And when you're going through a change that may be difficult for your friends to understand, a good friend will find a way to make it good.
Right.
A bad friend will find a way to make it bad. So I don't take it as you're losing friends. I take it as you're more revealing who was already a bad friend.
Everybody wrote friends are overrated.
I agree. Ask Michelle how many friends. Ask Michelle how many friends I have.
You got a friend.
The amount of events she'd ever had to go to for a friend is still 0. 7 years in.
Yeah, he's not wrong. It's not even a lie. It's not even an over-exaggeration.
Like 0.
Yes.
That's it.
But I would be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't want to go.
I had frenemies. And, this is something that, I learned throughout the years is some of us have social anxiety. And a lot of the times...
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Now... Some of the times, our anxiety just has to do with our environment. Sometimes we're around people who don't make us feel comfortable. And that is something to sit back and assess. Is it because of the people I'm around? Do they make me feel uncomfortable? Are they going to make some sort of remark or comment that is going to make me blow my gasket? So, if that happens, you kind of have to identify that,
And Matt's one of Michelle's good friends, and you guys do have a very unique group of friends where you guys dated since high school.
Matt's my best friend.
Since high school, all you guys, you're all crazy.
100%. Matt, don't bring that positivity. So Matt, him and me and Matt are very similar. We were very, very positive people. So Matt, thank you for being my positive possum buddy. I need that in my life. Yeah. Paul Sessions. Oh my God, I can't. Matt, they're all against you. Everybody, stop picking on my best friend. That's not nice. Matt, they're not allowed to have any of your hot sauce. No hot sauce for all of you guys. He makes the best hot sauce, so poo on you. The next one is avoid toxic behavior. So this could be in relationships, friendships, family, coworkers.
Now that's the most difficult.
This is a big one.
I don't know if it's the most difficult, but I feel like it's up there because you can't get rid of them, and you can't have conversations like you'd have with a spouse or a friend.
And let's be honest, most of us spend the majority of our time with our coworkers.
Yeah.
Let's say 9 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday. We spend a lot of time with them.
We've been very lucky in our little office that, we kind of like everybody we work with.
We kind of like everybody. And not only do we love them, but our industry is nutrition, right? So people who aren't in a nutrition or fitness industry, it's very hard because their coworkers do not understand what they're
and that's
doing.
not something we've ever really experienced. We've been in...
I haven't, yeah.
Even when I was more on the sales side, it was still in nutrition, fitness,
Matt goes, I'll pour the sauce in your eyes. And Josh goes, Matt, that's kinky. I love you
But yeah,
guys.
so that could be tough because, like Michelle said, this is one of the spots you spend most of your time with. And not that you need these people to be your best friend, but you'd like from your 9 to 5 to not be miserable.
Absolutely. And there's somebody that we spoke to this week who
really struggled with this.
Her coworkers are horrendous. I mean,
it's Mean Girls on steroids.
Horrendous. And these are women. They're not. They're full-grown adults. And the thing she was telling me broke my freaking heart, because nobody who's trying to better their life nor rub it in people's face should have coworkers trying to truly mean destroy them, nor should your personal life and your work life have anything to do with each other. So I think that this was just a terrible situation, and I've heard, common issues happen in other workplaces as well, where the word for it is mean.
Yeah,
just straight up
and
mean.
it's tough to say what to do in this situation. Because there's almost no right answer outside of just ignore it. Mm-hmm. Because, playing into it may give them what they want, or somehow you'll end up being the bad guy because it's the whole nobody sees who throws the first punch, just the second deal.
Yeah, and Bill says, I hear women are really mean in the workplace. Bro, I mean, the stuff I'm hearing is just nasty.
Yeah. Men, from my understanding, from my guy clients I have that they deal with, usually it's a lot more ribbing and ball busting about their food choices, and really that's more of it, it's more ball busting.
Yeah. But with the guys on the ball busting, there's men that they're afraid to be their true selves.
Well, that's a separate thing.
They don't want to talk about their true feelings because they're going to get their balls busted, when really all they need is a friend that's going to be like, yo, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
They want a bro to talk about it.
And that just may not be something you may not find at work, because these are forced friends. It's like roommates in college. These are given to you, they're not chosen.
Yep. And it's really crappy. And women should be rising other women up, not putting them down. And it's so true. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I have revolutionized, because that's the type of community I want.
Actually, on a great positive point, everyone likes to say, oh, the world today is, we don't talk anymore, internet this, that. Well, social media and the internet community is fantastic.
When you find the right spot.
For finding your people.
Yes.
If you're looking for just groups of positive people out there, Reddit, all these
hundreds, thousands
Facebook
of people.
Groups. There's always little groups you can go in a happy little echo chamber of just positivity.
Yeah, and that's not something we had 20 years ago. If you were in a fitness and you didn't know another person in fitness, you felt so alone. And now you have these communities.
There really is a lot of online community.
Yes.
Whatever your weirdness is, there's a community that's just as weird as you.
You just got to find the right spots for it. Reddit is a great spot.
Yeah, Reddit has a bunch of good bodybuilding and fitness forums and.
But you don't feel so alone.
I don't really do the Chans and the Tumblrs much, but those are good as well.
Yeah. I know women who talk like that, but still tear other women down and talk shit about. Yeah. Oh, I know people like that. Straight up, they're like, support other women. Meanwhile, they're talking shit, and I'm like, what? And those, I'm good.
We see a lot of that too.
Stay away.
We'll probably end up doing a whole thing on that one day, but you can dictate your online persona, and it's definitely not always who you are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The online persona is a whole other animal. I try to be as real with you guys.
I don't think you have the energy to be fake on.
I don't have any energy for that. But whenever I do share my struggles, people are like, "Are you okay? This isn't your normal behavior." And I'm like, "Bro, we're all human. We all have a bad day. We all have struggles. And for me to go online and say everything's peachy all the time is a goddamn lie."
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. People like, Randy, please stop telling us everything wrong. We can't handle your sadness anymore.
In the end, we all got shit. Different types of shit and different amounts of shit.
Yeah, I just like wallowing around in it, though.
Where me and Matt are like, we can make it through
I'm my little cave troll sitting down there.
Our cave troll.
Toxicity doesn't know gender, Josh.
Dude, the toxicity.
And Paul, I know you've dealt with this a lot too,
Sorry, but the toxicity song in my mind.
It's shitty, and it does come from guys and girls and men and women. And it's just, and it comes from shitty spots, and it doesn't always come in the form of, bullying. It can come in backhanded compliments, little digs,
Yeah.
It's.
And Jay by now, that's why I have more guy friends.
It might be it might be good to bring on someone for a bullying. Bring on Jackie or something.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Writing that one down.
Sorry, guys. That's just some.
Because we deal with bullying at every age, every gender, every field.
She would be a fun one. I did a podcast with her last year on it.
She's
really
lovely.
Cool.
She'll be very wonderful. People will really like her. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, she's one of the pageant Miss Garden State.
Miss Garden State. She is truly a remarkable young woman, and we need to have her on this because she will captivate you guys.
Yeah, she's
We're
good.
going to have her on here. Now, another thing to expect when you are going through your transformation, things to expect on more of like a things you got to do level sort of thing. Tangible, yes, exactly. Is meal prepping while cooking for the family and trying to make, when you're doing your meal prepping and fitness, make it
Josh, I like that approach.
Make it it's a great opportunity to be a good role model for your family and kids and to help them make healthy, balanced decisions as well. To speak positively about food, positively about our health and our bodies and fitness. Not, I have to go work out today. It's, I get to go work out today. It's all
and a great point with that too is, sometimes if you're going through shit and you wish you had somebody, it can feel really good to be that somebody for somebody else. Mm-hmm. So could be a really good way to deal with your negativity you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. If you find I have no mentor or I wish somebody would lift me up, go do that for somebody else. It can feel just as good sometimes if as you getting it yourself.
It is. It's wonderful.
It can be a really neat way, even if you're just there to listen to someone else's bullshit. Mm-hmm. It could really help.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm starting an anti-bullying website. People send me an address of bullies, and my homies will take care of them.
Only hands, nice.
So I'm going to ignore that next comment. So, all how you phrase things, speak positively about yourself. If you're saying things in front of your kid, like, I feel fat today.
Or even internally, like you yell at me about.
What do I yell about? Oh, how you speak about yourself.
I bully myself.
The way Randy speaks about himself, I'm like, how dare you speak that way about yourself? Like, do you hear, like, I go, would you ever say this sentence to a child?
Basically, it's like, Gordon Gekko talking to the lowliest employee, but that's how I talk to myself.
Yeah, so don't do that, please.
Or do it, because it's awesome.
You don't want to be your own saboteur, and you don't want to be your own toxic companion.
I sure do.
Yeah, you do. So, like I said, the phrasing matters. Now, another thing to point out with families is, you cannot force a family member to get on board with you either. We love seeing spouses come in together, partners come in together, mom and daughter come in together and be a support system for one another, and they both succeed. It is so freaking cool. But you cannot force somebody to hop on board with you. In addition, if you keep pushing and pushing, I'll check in a second, pushing and pushing, it will push them further away to want to come on board with you. And in addition, they might start to feel judged by you. So you need to be careful with not rubbing shit in people's faces about what you're doing, because you don't know if it is making them feel uncomfortable or insecure.
And a good way about that is always invite them to be a part of it. Tell them you're more than welcome, but let it stay there.
Mm-hmm. Making a part of, what was it? Yeah, remember, words have an effect. Words are spells hats, why we spell words. The next one is blinders on. People are going to chirp in your ears. They're going to say, oh, you're doing this. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? If you have absorbing so much conflicting information in your head, it is going to drive you insane, and it can deter you off from your path.
Yeah. And this is a good opportunity. So I always tell my clients, I say, hey, if you hear something, see something, you have a question, I want to know, show me. Sometimes the answer might be, oh, yeah, that's great. Let's incorporate that. Mm-hmm. And if it's not, I can sit there and go, okay, here's why I don't think X, Y, or Z is right for you. Mm-hmm. And if your coach, trainer, whatever you want to call them, is not open to doing that, maybe a red flag.
Yes. I'm glad that you said that. People will ask you what you do.
And that's cool. Awesome. Be that person.
But if you guys are like out drinking, having a jolly old time, and somebody's just wasting, they're like, what do I do for this? I'm just gonna do you guys a favor right now. Save your breath and be like, hey, let's just have fun tonight. We'll discuss this tomorrow. Yeah. AKA when they're sober, AKA the topic of discussion is just going to disappear. Don't waste your energy.
But for people that are in the fitness industry and this is our profession, I always say, great, here's my number. Call me tomorrow. Let's set an appointment to talk. Yeah. Even if you plan on giving the stuff to them for free.
Yeah.
Set the appointment, make them actually do it when they're sober.
Absolutely. That's probably one of my pet peeves. But yes.
And people don't mean any harm by it.
They don't. Yeah. But
if they're serious, it makes it seem like, listen, I'm serious about giving you the advice. So if you're serious about hearing it, let's talk in a serious environment.
Yes. Oh my God. Whenever someone finds out you have a nutritionist, they suddenly think they are a health expert.
Oh, good.
Yes. You're so right.
Oh, I'm just going to stop right now before I go on.
Oh, you work with a nutritionist? Well, I do this. Or you work with a nutritionist? Well, why do they do that? Or you work with a nutritionist? What do they tell you that to do? Tell me what to do. The list goes on and on and on. But Diet Coke is good. Other coaches always criticize other coaches, maybe because they have a different method, cookie cutters. Yeah.
And that's it too. There's a lot of other coaches out there, and people say, "Hey, how's this program?" Good. I go, "It's great."
Yeah. I will never talk poorly, and I usually just go, la, la. I don't want to hear it anyway.
And if I have an issue with it, I'll tell them what my issue is.
Yeah.
But also I'll say, but it may work.
Yeah. In the end, the best plan is the plan that you're gonna do.
And works for you.
And that you're gonna stick to. And that is sustainable for you.
Yeah.
There's things that other coaches do that I don't agree with because it would never work for me. And based on, actual data, it has a very low success rate. So there's things like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go into any of that right now.
But yeah, so a lot of this really comes down to, prepare to get both things happening, prepare for people to come out of the woodworks and make you feel great about yourself that you never thought were going to be there and come part to a great community. And also expect a little bit of the other side too, and be prepared to deal with it. And also, if it happens, understand it's not just you.
Yep.
There's a lot of people it happens to. It happens to the Mr. Olympias. And it happens to us all. And it's just something. It can feel a little better sometimes just knowing, okay, it's not just me who has a crazy person in their life. It's kind of everybody.
Yeah.
And you can kind of just push it to the side a little easier like that.
Yeah. What makes me really happy and something that I strived for when we first opened Rev is I wanted to have a community of like-minded individuals that were going to be supportive and positive and all striving to, better themselves in one way, shape, or form. And that's what we have here. And, I've met some truly remarkable individuals through Revolutionize, through the benefits of social media. You guys, the freaking Whippet triplets we got here, you guys in the chats have met each other. You haven't even met each other in person, but you know each other online. And you are talking to like-minded individuals, people that have things in common with you. And that wouldn't have happened if you didn't take the leap to start this fitness journey. So if you're somebody that's just observing, listening to this, you're not with Revolutionize, you haven't started your journey yet.
One of our lurkers.
You're one of our silent followers.
I'm a lurker.
I want this to be a sign for you to finally take that chance, to finally make the move, to schedule the appointment, to ask one of our other members how their, success stories or how their journey was with Revolutionize or whatever it may be. Let this be a sign for you to finally take that chance, because we really do have a beautiful, beautiful community here. And, we want to do everything that we can to help you guys. We really
do. And also, if you're if you're a current member, just silent follower, or anybody, if there's a topic that you ever think, hey, I'd love for you guys to really get into that more, can you please talk about this, talk about that? Please reach out. Because our favorite topics are the ones you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, they are. Melissa says you won't regret it, and Ann says start Golden Girls theme song and roll the credits. And Josh, Rev Live has helped me find equally as wild people. And you know what? It has helped me find equally as wild people too. Listen, I don't have too much in common with
anyone.
The mass majority of people out there. I'm very self-aware that I'm kind of fucking weird, and I love finding other fellow weirdos. So thank you all for being that with me.
And I always get a kick out of, I'm an odd duck, but I like seeing people happy with whatever their weird thing is. I like knowing that their weird thing makes them happy, and that makes me happy.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Whatever your weird is.
I may not want to be involved in your weird, but I appreciate that you like it.
And I respect that you're confident in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're not doing something real awful.
I don't care. It's not my problem.
I'm there's degrees. Let's see. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. A heart is good when you're valid competent. It's cheaper than fucking Starbucks. Hashtag weird people
we
rule.
probably should do a Rev t-shirt run. It's something weird.
We should.
We'll talk about that off camera.
If you guys have a good tagline for us, let us know. We'll run it as an apparel. Fellow weirdos unite. All the weird people here in our Rev Lives.
I think this was a lot of fun tonight. I think we got through a lot of stuff that, happens to everybody, but I don't think everyone realizes happens to everybody.
Yeah.
So this was good. If you guys want to hear more, different, something else, just let us know.
Let us know. And also know that if you want us to be anonymous, on our website, there's a suggestion box. So if you ever have suggestions for revolutionize, things you want to see us do, which BTW, there's a lot in the works for 2022. Yeah. I can't discuss any of it right now.
And it's actually getting started.
Oh, I'm so excited about it.
It's not just words.
But
salads.
Rev is going to be throwing down some different things coming up. New stuff for 2022. But I'm not discussing any of it with you ever until 2022. Yeah. But yes, drop your suggestion box if you have ideas for Rev Lives. I think the bullying one's going to be a great one. But we, like Randy said, we want to give the people what they want.
When did I say that?
I almost burped.
Good.
I was going to rock it, but then I held it back for
Thank you so much,
sake.
Guys.
Thank you, everybody.
The BBQ, we don't know. At this point, it might end up being more of a Christmas party.
Yeah, right. Matt says, I'm glad you accept my love of seductively pouring hot sauce in people's eyes.
I enjoy that.
Oh, my God. A Rev t-shirt idea contest. That's actually a good idea. I actually dig that. I was going to do that a couple years ago, and then I didn't.
Like COVID happened.
I think that's why we're here, is because we're all weird. Josh says, Matt, sign me up. When's the barbecue? New apparel, new planned apparel, we're going to drop at the end of September after the photo shoot this weekend. This is going to be the hoodies
and stuff.
This will be the fall.
The heavy light ones.
Yeah, but we should have a contest for the best.
Yeah, I think we're going to talk about that. We're going to put that out there. Maybe give some free new gear out for the best idea.
Yeah, I like that. We were going to do a Rev barbecue, but I have so much going on right now. I don't think I could fathom plus that, but like I really, because I have so many things spilling through my fingers, I just don't know when I could plan a barbecue.
And on that note,
everybody,
stay sane. We love you.
We love you all. Be well. Go in peace and prosper. Goodbye.